Yo, what's good, guys? It's Beach. Today we have a really exciting video. I'm really excited for this because there's a player that came to me who's going to be playing in CRL next year. He's about a 1700 player. Season reset just hit him, so he's about 1500. He wants to hit SSL, so this is going to be a bit of a higher level coaching video. I'm really excited. I've coached quite a few CRL players that wanted to really push their limits. We've never made a video on it, but yeah, I would love to make a video on a CRL player and maybe even a follow-up video. If you guys want to see a follow-up video to kind of his progress, where he's at in CRL, we could even kind of follow what he's doing. I tried to do that previously. Unfortunately, like, that was when my computer kind of exploded, so we didn't really have any like actual files. But if you guys want to follow this guy's journey along the way, it will be super educational. I think it'll be super entertaining as well. Just let me know in the comments. Coaching with a heart. Join the coaching giveaway. I'm going to announce that Sunday in my Discord, so join my Discord as well. If you want to guarantee yourself coaching, there's also a section in my Discord that you can read how to do so. Again, I'm really excited to get back into these coaching videos. I'm really excited to get back into grind videos. I've been queuing every single mode. If you guys want to see videos on that, I can just play 4 or 5 games, kind of, you know, take you through my thought process of all of the different game modes. Let me know if you guys want to see that. We're going to be posting Siege. We're going to be posting at least twice a week. I'm going to be doing shorts as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos going forwards. If you guys have any video ideas as well, please let me know. Enjoy the video, guys. Peace. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, we got you. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, see, like, yeah, you said you have play styles, you want to hit SSL, you want to do better for your CRL team, then you and your friend watch each other's replays. Okay.
We only did that one time though. We need to get back in doing it some more, but we did that like last weekend or something like that. I think.
I was gonna say, I don't blame you for doing it one time. Like I said, it's 2K, man, trying to start a fire and neither know how. Oh, I get you. So okay. I was gonna ask if you are stuck. I took a look at your tracker. Congratulations on going down 100 MMR over the last year. Oh, that's not a year. It's April 14th. Sorry, that's mean. Why do you think we're hard stuck?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm hard stuck. Like,
Bro,
it's I definitely. Well, yeah, that's Steam here. Look at my because I came from Xbox, so
okay.
I came from Xbox. Yeah, I can send you my my Xbox tracker. You can see where I guess it's kind of old now. It's a little outdated. Never mind. Well, I have been GC2 for like probably the last since March. I hit GC2 in March, like mid-March.
Okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
I would say that, you know, I struggle a lot with like consistency, which I think is a big thing. Like, some days I feel like I'm playing really well, and then like other days I feel like, you know, I'm definitely not playing at my best. And it doesn't really matter. Like, I can put 30 minutes into a warm-up or 10 minutes into a warm-up. Just sometimes I'll be playing better and sometimes I'll be playing worse, you know what I mean?
Are you mechanical at all?
I would say, yeah, I'm more mechanical than the people around my range, yeah.
Okay, do you force mechanics in games? Do you feel like you do try to clip hit?
I wouldn't say I force it. There's definitely some times that I know that I shouldn't go for it, but I do still go for it, you know, like, 'cause I'm trying to peak, like that's what I find.
Yeah, I got you,
Rocket League is fun.
Oh yeah,
that's how I find Rocket League fun.
Of course.
Like, always go for those mechanics. And, yeah.
So there's a thing that I had to learn when I was trying to push to SSL, and yes, mechanics are incredibly fun. However, there's a time and a place for it, and a lot of people have a hard time kind of recognizing that. In this game that we play, it's very fast paced. Possession goes back and forth very quickly. People get very greedy, thinking, oh my god, like, I want to do this mechanical play, but in the reality of it, they're forcing a mechanical play, thinking like, oh, this is my chance, where in actuality you'll get many chances that are considered efficient, but people force inefficient plays, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I asked, and I'll be honest with you, you probably do it. Every other player does it in the entire community. It's totally okay to do it here and there. but there are players that do it really badly. So I was just curious on what you thought about that. I do want to ask the next question. What made you want to get coaching?
I wanted faster improvement. Like I know there's not really like because I hit GC2 back in March like and I'm just now like getting up into that GC3 range. I just want faster improvement because this next year my college is closing down, so I'm going to be transferring to a new team and I want to be at this is kind of like my work year, I would say. Like I need to put in work this year so that I can have an easier time next year getting onto like a good roster, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why is your college closing down?
So there's like a whole big situation. It was something to do with like the CFO suing the school for like defamation.
I'm not gonna ask. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it's
Is it a
something to
big
do with
ass school?
And it's like a smaller school. It's like a smaller religious school.
Are you on the East Coast?
Yes,
North, South?
north. I'm like southern Michigan.
Oh, okay. Got you. I'll be having to do some research after we have a coaching session. How long you been playing this game for, man?
So I downloaded the game in like 2017. Didn't really start playing until I would say 2022, I would say, and
Okay.
then I did my placements and I got Diamond 1 straight out of placements. Was hard stuck champ for like 18 months because I didn't put like time into the game. I was only putting like 200, 300 matches a season, so that's kind of like, that's how you're gonna stay hard stuck. You don't put time into the game and stuff. But then after I started actually grinding the game, I hit GC1 for the first time, and then I found more enjoyment into the game. I was like, you got to put a lot of time into this game if you want to get good. So I really enjoyed grinding, and also because an esports program opened at my high school, that's a really big motivating factor, and I got to college for it, so that's
Yeah,
good.
for sure. We've had a few actually CRL players go through coaching. I've helped one player hit like 18, 50, and he made first team. So I think that's definitely something we can do. I do just want to say this and preface this that I've had a couple of Overwatch players come to me as well as Rocket League for CRL, and we've been able to actually hit their goals with it. So I definitely am comfortable with kind of understanding more so the side of like some people come to me obviously just for ranked. I understand the like CRL side of it too, of like it's not just about twos, it's not just about understanding fundamentals of twos, it's about really understanding the game in depth, to kind of build your own play style on top of these fundamentals and kind of build a almost build a path that you can kind of choose to take. Does that make sense? Because a lot of the times when I do these coaching sessions, it's more of I get you your fundamentals, even if it's the 25-day program. I get you the fundamentals, and then you go build the base yourself. I can kind of help you build the base of what player you want to kind of make yourself, okay? Same thing for Overwatch. I had a couple of one tricks that came to me for CRL, and I don't know if you know much about Overwatch, but you can one trick if you want to play pro. Just because that character is needed in certain comps, no matter what. And some teams love to just have a one trick on that player because that just means they're going to do so much better than your average pro, right?
Right.
So yeah, we can definitely kind of build a little bit of a play style to what your goal is with CRL and where you see yourself in CRL. Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's not really waste any time here. You know what I'm about. You know what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
I
going
would
straight.
say
Go ahead.
this year, like more so this year than probably next year. I want to be like more focusing on myself and my own improvement more than like CRL as a whole. But obviously, I do want to build some like uh some like skill in threes and stuff. But more so like right now, I do want to be focusing on twos.
No, yeah, no. So my thing more so is I won't just go over fundamentals. I'll kind of talk about some situations of how you could play it to a different play styles, and that would also pertain to threes. A great example of certain players is like let's just take the backboard as an example. Some players like Reddles just hold it on the backboard and take it down depending on the situation. You have a player like Diaz who always takes it up and across the field no matter what scenario he's in, right? That kind of stuff we'll talk about more of like what player do you really want to end up molding into, where most of the time I'm just going to say this is the fundamental play, this is a smart play, and kind of let them choose. I can kind of help you with that basically is what I'm saying. As for learning twos and stuff, we'll make sure you also have a really good understanding of twos. I do know with threes, you just have to have a really, really good understanding of the game, and we can get you there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have your replay in. I think you can see my screen. And I'm opening up Rocket League for us right now.
Yeah, during the game that I sent you, I did not know like that I was playing against 2400 MMR fucking
Okay.
pro player
So this
gyro.
was...
I had no clue, so I just think about it as like I'm playing against someone who's around my rank too. Like that's what I'm thinking the entire time during this replay. This is like super early season grind.
Yeah, so that's the cool part about this is actually the way I look at all of these replays is no, it's not you. Is this, are you Scouts?
No,
You're the dot.
I'm dot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing that I like to do about these replays is you want to hit SSL. So we're actually going to treat this like it's SSL. We're not going to treat it like you're playing against pros. However, what you would normally get punished for, we'll talk about why you'd get punished because you kind of have to push yourself to do better, right? When I coach basketball, I don't treat my sixth graders like they're sixth graders. I treat them like they're eighth graders. Give them 2 years of advanced, something a sixth grader might make a common mistake on where an eighth grader wouldn't. I would still talk to them about that mistake, and that's what you're going to do here. We're going to kind of push yourself on limits of knowledge, and that will help you improve a ton, okay?
Okay.
As for playing against a pro, I've done it. I did it a lot on my season that I hit SSL because I came out of the gates really fast. I was like 17. I think we were 1730 day 2, so we were almost like top 100. Yeah, which was just every game was like pros on pros on pros. It was a lot. It was really fatiguing, but yeah, that the expectation of playing against them and getting caught out by them is gonna happen a lot. But we'll just see what we can do against it, right?
All right.
I love how he has the I'm Zen title. You think he gets flamed like I do for wearing it?
Maybe. I never wear any player titles. I never do. The last one I wore was LAN Partier. I thought that was so funny.
Oh, yeah, that one. Dude, I just think it's like hilarious. How do they just put a title in the fucking shop for free that's I'm Zen, and I don't see more people wearing it? Like, that's an hilarious title. Like, if I was Diamond right now, like, genuinely hard stuck Diamond, you would see me in an I'm Zen title. In a Vitality decal running around like a fucking ape, bro. That shit would be hilarious. But instead, we're GC2 doing the same thing. All right. So you know how this works. We're going to go over it. Fundamentals. We're going to talk a little bit about situational awareness, too. I don't really love to go into that too much. However, cut me off if you have any questions, comments, concerns. It's going to be mostly fundamentals. Again, we're treating this like it's a higher rank. If you mess a fundamental up once or twice, who cares? But when you start just completely ignoring it, that's when we start to kind of become concerned, right?
And be as like I'm looking for the word here. Just be as critical, I guess. Be as critical as possible.
My favorite streamer, Voice Critical.
I was actually just watching videos earlier.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I never thought he was entertaining until like recently, where he did like some of his reactions and like his like rants that he goes on about things. I'm like, okay, they're kind of valid. Okay, he's kind of valid on stuff. All right, let's get straight to it. You ready?
Yep.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's alright. He starts playing like 5 seconds in. It's all good though.
Holy fucking shit. Okay, do you know what I'm gonna say here?
Probably play safe. Probably play safer on this guy's touch, I would say.
No.
This?
Is
Oh yeah, this, yeah.
this is the time to hype yourself up so much in a game. And this is against nobody. Like, this is like if I was playing against fucking plat players. We're 20 seconds in, and I get a 1v1 where this kid's sitting in the fucking net. This is the time to get my goal and hype myself up, right? I played against Justin at the beginning of the season, and I dunked him into the net. I rode that high for fucking 10 days, bro. This is your time to ride that high kind of thing, right? There is nothing that he can do to you right now. He's posturing for a far post save. You need to place this shot, or you need to take one touch, go for a double. This is attack with intention, screaming all over it, right? Okay. There is one spot that he's sitting in this net, and that is exactly where you placed it. Absolutely zero pressure on the ball, right? So that's kind of that. Like, this is where you get yourself hyped. When you notice pros, RLCS titles, like, you can ride those highs, even if they're not amazing, right? It's just something to get yourself hyped up, and you kind of need that in games like this, right? Your teammate's not going to fucking sit there and hype you up. I know, in CRL, sure, but in ranked, your teammate's going to maybe drop a nice shot, right?
Right, yeah.
So you got to get yourself hyped. That's the play that, again, we're just going to attack with intention. That's a mental note for sure. Okay, you're really antsy with your double jump. And I hate you. Oh, it goes in? That's a good-ass clear. I was going to say that's a crazy blast, but actually really good hit. I think you got almost the maximum amount of power on that. That was a really... probably not. That's a really good hit, though.
Appreciate it.
That's actually good. I was going to say I hate you for just slamming it again like an ape, but that was a really good shot. I'll give that to you. Because the problem is like, what my problem is with plays like this is you have 75 boost here, you know? And it feels like... Oh, he hit his brakes there. It felt like he was fake challenging you, and he basically got you with it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But never mind. You caught him out beautifully. Nice shot. I really like that, actually. Wow, that's smarter than what I would do. Nice job. I'd be trying to fucking triple flippies on his forehead for no reason. Obviously, when I was pushing S, so I wouldn't be doing that. But right now, we're going for clips. Okay. Good stop by you. However, you rotate like my grandma did around the fucking retirement home.
Dude.
You just got supersonic speed now. It was painful. So, like, here's the problem. Is your wave dashing. Well, as soon as you jump here to wave dash, you're pretty much already determining that you're going over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So... Like, it was just like, where you're like, woof, God, finally, woof, we made a decision. Let's go, baby. And by then, you're in a decent spot, right? But you could be there way earlier. And the nice part about being there way earlier is if he goes for one of these touches and you're closer to this, you could maybe dunk this if you wanted to. I don't think it would be the smartest option in this scenario. However, I'm sure you've seen me do it. I'm sure you've seen a lot of players do it. Just run right into the challenge as soon as they go for this pop. Because we know he's going for this. It's very apparent, right? So you could dive it if you're slightly closer, okay? And it's just giving yourself the option. It's not even if it's the right play at the moment, okay? Oh, good job. They also shoot right at their fucking targets. You guys play this game like it's an FPS. Holy shit.
You know, that's what I'm good at, so.
Exactly. You shoot it right at the fucking opponent, and then he's like, I got you, bro. It's a headshot for me too, bro. So here's an awkward part for you. Is this can be a better touch. This touch right here can be substantially better if you just jumped a little earlier. However, that kind of more talks about reaction times, obviously, right? You see how you're just jumping now?
Right.
Whoa. Sorry, my mouse got bugged. You're just jumping like right now. If you jumped half a second earlier and flipped it, it could just be going around here. Something that you might struggle with is going to be Not so much the idea of safe second man, which I know we kind of predicted. It's not so much your positioning as safe, it's your touches as safe second man, right? My idea of safe second man is if you can make not only one save but two saves, that means you played second man really well, right? You get a good, and if you get a good touch on your first save, that means you were positioned well. And then that second save that you have to make on net is because you're scrambling back to net off that first touch, and then you're now in a compromised spot. And if your teammate's not back at that point, then why are we? You can't really take blame for it anymore, right?
Right.
It's a good shot by Gyro. I would say you could go for the squishy save, but he was higher than the goalpost. So there's not a whole lot you can really do there. Maybe the inside of the post, but I wouldn't even say that's a great play. It's a good bump by him too. Okay, your boost is bugged. There we go. Okay. So let's talk about what's happening here and why I'm not the happiest boy. You get bumped and you have 94 boost right now, okay? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. When you start to rotate back, how much boost do you think you're going to have?
Not a whole lot.
Like 50, 60. And I don't even think you'll be going supersonic speed. So we have 60 and we're just starting to rotate back. And now it's like retirement home vibes. You're not even like getting back fast. Like here, this is like your recovery. You ready for this? And if I you know Ranked, you know what Ranked is?
You like guess the rank?
Yeah, if I submitted a clip of you rotating here, what rank would we be guessing?
Probably like champ.
Like champ 1, champ 2. And you know what the sad reality of this is? Is it's not. It's how GCs rotate. We're slow as hell for no reason.
Right.
The problem is you can be fast. If I'm a champ player trying to race around the field, you know what's going to happen? I'm somehow going to flip my car upside down and get it stuck upside down. As a GC player, we can rotate quickly. We have the capabilities. We're just lazy fucks. It's like when I play League of Legends. When I used to play League, I'd play jungle. It's like warding my other buff. I was just too lazy to walk to one side of the map, then walk back to the other. And, like, that's kind of what's happening here. It makes no sense to call it lazy. I think it's just, like, it leaves our mind, usually, right? So we want to be going fast as hell, right? A great analogy is, do you show up to the airport 5 minutes before your flight? Or do you show up an hour and a half early and then just wait, right?
Right.
If you're me, you show up 5 minutes before your flight, because I'm really irresponsible with time. But that's how you want to rotate in Rocket League. You want to get there early, then you can wait. A good example of it is Zen is really quickly. There's what the hell? What the dick was that?
I really do like watching those like higher ranked replays. Those are pretty entertaining to me to watch.
Yeah, I love them. But Zen's very quick and he rotates really fast. He'll wait in spots. He's the fastest player in the world in terms of efficiency. He'll just wait when he gets there, right? He's just like, whatever. I'm here. My teammates are slow. Everybody's slow. And it's just like, he's a 27, 2800 player. Everybody's slow to him, right?
Right.
So you can get to the spot and then wait. This is great. This is cool. We go for resets here, though, if need be. That could be a good reset for you, okay? The problem is, if you go for a regular touch, you're most likely going to lose that over a reset. So if you just lead a little bit more back, you could potentially get a pop reset there. Versus this is just too heavy of a touch coming at you. Situational, of course. But this is more of like my attack with intention idea, because you're trying to keep control, but it looks like you really don't know how to, you know. Which again, that's a hard play. You're gonna go up for this because you're greedy as fuck. Yep, there it is. it's very obvious sometimes. You're gonna grow up because you. And I don't know if that Discord delay had it, but yeah, I knew we were going up before we we're going up. As soon as I see you posturing, you're going up, which is not great. This is two plays now that I don't like, in the sense that this was a lack of attack with intention. I can live with this, okay? However, what spot is your teammate in?
He's in a very bad spot. He's in a 2v1 scenario.
Yeah, I had a plat player I used to he's diamond. That I used to play with, and whenever I put him in a spot like this, he would just yell, "I'm in bad." He's like, "I'm in bad," because he knew he wasn't gonna make this save. He's like, "I'm in bad," and then would just set his controller down half the time anyway. It was fucking hilarious. He's like, "I'm in bad," and then we'd get scored on it. And it's like, the funny part of it is just like, if you actually set your controller down, you're never making that fucking save, obviously, or you're never gonna improve to make saves like that. But we just, as a person that's like learning and wanting to improve, like I was before I hit SSL, especially, I just know I need to be back there to help him out, right?
Right.
And then as soon as you throw yourself out of the play, you completely hoe yourself out again by diving, and now you're out of the play once again. This one you might be back for in time, but Gyro obviously doesn't get a great first touch, right? Like, this is a pro player first touch 1,000 times over, thinking, oh my god, I gotta touch the ball as fast as possible. And then goes to the opposite direction for a sidewall skim. Like, this is acceptable for Gyro because he's Gyro, essentially, right?
Right.
Like, the fact that that's anywhere near your net is disgusting. So, we just picked up 100 boost. Oh my lord. So, we pick up 100 boost here, yes?
Mm-hmm.
We instantly dump 10. We have 90, which isn't bad. However, you are going to take the most atrocious first touch into the most abysmal boost usage I've ever seen. You have like 40 boost right now. Oh, that's not even you. Yeah, you have 33 boost. It took you 90 boost to go from here to there. Because you're feathering. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What would we do instead? Just hold the boost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now by the time you get to the net, let's say this guy doesn't even contest you, you're out of boost, and this should never take you 100 boost to do this movement, right?
Right.
So you want to hold your boost through, and then maybe half a second before you hit the ball, you just let go, so you kind of match the speed of the ball, okay? Maybe you could have had a better angle. I don't mind it a ton. The angle it is. Okay, I don't really know how he got scored on there. Yep, that would make some sense. Again, another great example of this is, look, some of your plays are going to put you out of position, but now that it's 3 plays in the last, what, 45 seconds, you just haven't been back for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You want to value yourself a little bit more on the field. And what does that mean to you if I tell you to value yourself more on the field?
Just be I have more value, I guess, like to your teammate, I guess, because I'm leaving him in a lot of 2v1 scenarios and stuff like that. So kind of just try to like be more of a backbone for my teammate.
Yeah, so have you ever played chess before?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. You know how important the queen is?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if I used it like a pawn. And I just I traded my queen up for a pawn. I like got one of their pawns and they got my queen for free, right?
Yeah, and then they're up 8 points of material.
Yeah, you'd be like, all right, well, that was pretty fucking stupid. Yeah, that's how you're treating yourself. You're treating yourself like trash. Okay, you're treating yourself like a pawn right now. You need to treat yourself like a queen. Go off, king. So, honestly, though, and like in all things serious, is when you take yourself out of the play that many times in 30 seconds, and we had 2 times before, I think, in the first minute, when you throw yourself out of the play so much, like you said, you're not necessarily the backbone for your teammate, but we don't really care about Oscouts. No offense to him. We care about the MMR that we're going to gain in the next month, 2-3 months. And when we continue to throw ourselves out of the play, you are taking the 9 MMR that you can carry and then saying, okay, Oscouts, you are the reason I'm going to gain or lose 9 MMR. By not valuing yourself as a player on the field, right? It's like me trading 1-for-1 in Siege like I like to do because I'm a fucking idiot, right? Trading 1-for-1 is just not smart, right? Because I can't carry later in the round, and I'm basically telling my teammates, all right, please win this game for me while I watch cringe compilations, right? It's like, do I really think I'm valuing myself much, you know?
No.
So that's what you want to look at. And that is really tough. So the bigger thing for me to you right now is your attacks are not setting yourself up for success. And I mean that in the sense that, yeah, sure, you haven't scored, but you're also not able to rotate out of them quickly enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
You jumped like we went over the first one where you kind of got the weird touch off the ceiling. You used all your boost to stay back to the ball, so when you rotate, your rotation's delayed a lot. And then the next play right there that we went over, where your teammate was in a 1v1 with gyro, same kind of idea. You dumped in 60 boost into your first touch, right? Mm-hmm. And at that point, it's like, okay, can I really get back anyway? Okay. So we'll kind of talk about that a little bit more. And that's a little bit more of an advanced concept, but congratulations, you're GC3. You get to talk about more advanced concepts, which I actually like, so that's why I say that. Congratulations. Like, you've gotten to a point where it's important stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to put challenges down. Some of them seem a little bit off, but we'll look into it more. So, it's the same kind of idea almost here. This is a place where it shouldn't take you 30 boosts to get this touch, especially since you're dodging anyway, right? Mm-hmm. I just feel like... I feel like your first touches aren't threatening enough. How do I say this? To lower ranked players that understand. Not necessarily for you, but for other players. It's like trying to set up your first touch with, you know, when you try to put the ball in your car when you were like plat and it was like impossible to get on your car, and then by the time it was like almost on your car, you were already at their net and they were dunking you anyway. Mm-hmm. It's kind of what's happening there. The start to your attack isn't threatening enough. So by the time you get to the mid end of your attack, it just kind of falls apart, right? Like this is finally where you've established decent control. Can we agree? Mm-hmm. And at this point, you've already got somebody going up. Striking is already going up. Gyro's positioning perfectly for far post. You're just not going to be outplaying anybody here because you've hit the first touch all the way over here was your like first touch, and now you're just establishing creative control, right? You have control this whole time, but if somebody challenges you or something, there's not a whole lot you can change up or adapt out of all of this, right? Mm-hmm. Until this moment here, which is why you beat striking. However, gyro's already positioned there as well. So when you want to go for maybe a ceiling shot would be great, because then you'll have a dodge off the rip and you have the space for it. That's why I love ceiling shots, you know.
I have been going for more of those recently.
Yeah, maybe an early reset even. This is that kind of idea where it's just by the time you've established control, it's almost too late anyway. Alright, we're gonna play a game. Have you been to Olive Garden before?
Yeah.
Say when. You for the Parmesan, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Wait. Say what you said again. I didn't really hear you.
They said say when you don't want any more Parmesan, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, say when we're going supersonic speed, okay?
Oh no.
We need a good view. Man, I love Rocket League. I feel so fast. And the entire length of the field, you're just fucking... You're going the speed limit, bro. You're fucking chilling. You're having a blast. The problem, though, is this ball you would beat him to if you raced back. Right. And you can say, well, I need to pressure the balls first, man. You have 12 boost that you just picked up. I don't care if you're going to pressure the balls first, man. You're going to do one of two choices here. And if I were you, I would start racing down this path line. And as soon as I see this, I race over here on these pads. I can use those pads, get here. Then if I see him wanting to go here, then I get to go. Boom, gone, right? He can't shoot this. Maybe he can get a shot on net. We can look from his point of view. I don't think he has a shot on net. Unless it's a really soft shot. Like, if he went for this shot, do you think he would be... He wouldn't have any power, right? Maybe he could put it on net because he's a pro, but he wouldn't have any fucking power.
Either he wouldn't have any power, or he would like barely reach the ball to the point where he'd have too much power, just go to the backboard.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just you not being urgent here. You're just like, yep, we cool, bro. A nice chow. That's a really good use of your teammates' fucking boost economy. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I'd ever financially recover from that. 86 when he took off. By the time he lands, he has 0. Well, that's really impressive. Sorry, that one made my eyes bleed. I had to watch it back. I hate the spectator boost bug.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Slot! Yeah, okay, so we control that next time.
Right on.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Let's talk about it. Just to kind of benefit you, what touch would be the best here? I just wait for a half volley, right? You're kind of creeping in, you're boosting, you're coming in hot. You don't need to be coming in this hot, right? You're playing safe second, man. You're already kind of doing what I would almost disagree with. Does your teammate look like he has any control of this?
No, not at all.
No, I've never even seen this boost trail before in my entire existence of this video game until now.
And he's in front of the ball too.
What?
He's in front of the ball too, so
Yeah. So I'm assuming with that boost trail, his car is like on fire or some shit. So I'm just like, well, he has no control of this. I'm gonna play safe second. So instead of going for this pad, I'm gonna go for this pad. Then I would just chill. Now this is like a ball that I can kind of swing through a first touch on and go up and have a 1v1 against him, right? You're isolating a defender by doing this. This one, you're playing ping pong with the defender, and then he's going to ping pong it back. However, his touch, let's be honest here, is pretty damn smart. Why? Because he has your teammate right in front of him, right? This wouldn't be a stupid touch because your teammate is able to challenge him right away. That player striking wasn't able to challenge you right away. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I probably would have gone backboard, to be honest with you, but we won't go in that too much just because the ball was in the air. See, this is good safe second, man. I love this, and now you get to go for free. See, this is like what patience rewards you, right? Like, this is, you're just vibing. You got your save. You're kind of just chilling. You're seeing, you're saying, hey, you know what? Maybe it looks like an open net for your teammate right now, but you don't see it as an open net, right? Because he just took a chow. He's recovering. So you're just chilling back here. Like, this is good Rocket League. And then you come in absolutely perfectly. Could you have come in maybe half a second sooner? Sure. Do I think it matters? Not in any capacity. That was really good second man. However, we've struggled to play safe second man here. I don't know what your brain is telling you here, other than this player's going for a redirect, right?
Mm-hmm.
In some capacity. So my ass would say, okay, maybe he's going for a backboard double. I'm going to cover that. Best of my abilities. And if he shoots it on the net and blasts it bottom right, top right, and I can't save it all the way over here because I'm going up backboard, then that's on me, right? Or that's not, that you could even say that's not even on me. Really well placed shot. I allow 2 goals for outplays that I would almost consider an outplay if you could slot it there quickly. Backboard's probably safer though. But
no, and I noticed that I do struggle with that a lot. Like I will stay on the ground as opposed to like actually going up 10%. And playing the backboard when needed.
Yeah, fair.
Like especially when I'm last, I feel like I tend to stay on the ground more than I do go on the backboard. That's always been a thing I've struggled with.
I'll be honest, it took me a while. It took me a while to let me mute my Discord notice, sorry. It took me a while to kind of be comfortable on backboard, but it's more of the idea that you have to force yourself to do something that you might not be comfortable with, and that's the perfect example. It's like going under the legs for the first time with the basketball. You know, shooting in the top corner in soccer for the first time. It's something that you don't really want to take the risk on, but eventually you're gonna have to, right? Same thing for you here. You're going to have to eventually play backboard. If you're second man, just throw yourself up there. That's what I do. I might even give that to you. Just a second. I don't know. It's pretty situational. How many fucking tabs do I have open? We'll talk about it in a bit. We'll see how big of a struggle it is. We'll probably watch one more replay to see really what's pinpoint it all. It's a good save here. Oh, yeah. Same thing. By the time you're able to establish control, it's too late, right?
Right.
And this would just be a spot you just don't. You barely have to slow down, but boom, we see the whole situation at face value. And what I mean by we see the whole situation at face value is you know you have to go for a specific reason of your teammate not being able to go. But we also saw one opponent pass to the other, so we know nobody's able to go to this so quickly. So you should be going for that corner boost, then taking it up the wall or doing something. This kid rotates incredibly fast, but I would rotate down to this line and take this line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just insanely more efficient than whatever this is. And it's okay. It's just a rough first touch. I think it's the thing for you too is as you're getting to GC3. See, and this is the hard part now, is I don't know really what to say to this. This is almost an outplay. Your teammate definitely should have made a touch there. I mean, yeah. Like we talked about, you don't get to... Here's what I would say. This isn't an outplay by Gyro. 100% on you. Or 100% on your teammate. It's more so 100% on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You probably would go earlier had your teammate not challenged.
Right. Oh yeah, 100%.
But since you saw your teammate going up, you don't. And then Gyro plays it perfectly. Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, so what I was talking about though is you're almost GC3 now. You've hit GC3, you're sitting GC2 right now.
Yeah, just one game in was all. I think it was like 17-20 or like something like that, 17-19.
Yeah, so it's not so much about these like overall fundamentals, it's about like more micro stuff. A great example of it is composure when you're starting attacks. That would be summed up into exactly what we've been talking about with your attacks. It just takes a little bit more relaxation and composure to really figure out how you're able to start your attack threatening, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's like really crucial for you. So we'll talk more about that, but I think that's going to be more of your issue rather than you knowing what to do. It's more so like, how do I have the composure or like establishing kind of that relaxation before you go for an attack, right? Smart bum. You hesitated and then dove. It's a nice shot there then. The fuck? Did you see that?
Oh, that little stutter right there.
Yeah. Strange as hell. Same kind of principle here, right? You're just like this. I want to say you're going for a double here. Yes.
Yeah, that was the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're double jumping, but oh my lord. Like, if I put Zen in that situation, as soon as you hit the ball here and said, "Hey, double this," what do you think he's gonna say?
He's not gonna be able to reach. I got a really bad first touch.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is if we put any high level player being above you, the SSLs, even mid to high SSLs, with the first touches that you're giving yourself, even those players would struggle to succeed. Yes. Mm-hmm. So as a player that's not quite there in terms of adaptability and skill, you are going to struggle immensely, right? You have 7 shots on net. And you've had like 5 failed attacks or 4 like completely just beamed attacks, right? So like, you are doing an amazing job doing kind of everything here, except those attacks are just falling short a lot. This you're gonna, yeah, thank God. You hesitate a lot before you dive. Which this I would probably just dive straight through. You kind of braked a little bit, but I don't know if it's the difference of you hitting it or not. The reset that Gyro had, you also hesitated a lot and then went. $96.50. 50, 20, yeah. I don't know. This is a ball I would probably hit back into the corner, just to be honest. But I know you're not doing that because your teammate's there. Yeah, I would roll this up the corner wall.
For sure, 100%.
But I know you don't do it because your teammate's right there. Like, even Gyro is like... Gyro probably doesn't go because you didn't. Or Gyro does go because you didn't, probably. Yeah, he's probably just thinking, like, sidewall double because nobody hit the ball. Or even a skim touch, you know? It's very strange that nobody decides to hit that. That's a shame. And this is like the same thing as like Gyro's a what, 2400 player, would you say?
Yeah, 2400 peak, I think is what I saw.
Look how much space and time he has. Do you think this is the right play in any capacity?
Absolutely not.
So that's kind of the thing that I wanted to bring up is we all need to work on composure on attacks. Even higher ranked players need to really focus on it too. I see this a lot in like even those pro replays. That is something that I think will really adapt in Rocket League in time. Not necessarily new mechanics. Maybe mechanical consistency will get better. I think that where Rocket League's heading right now in terms of skill is players like Zen and Joyo. Drawley's a great example as well. Every time they go for the ball, they're thinking, how can I control it, right? Beast mode is a good example too. Same with Daniel is when he plays last man. It's how can I control this ball perfectly, right? Really thinking about setting yourself up for success with first touches. And like that's the prime example there too.
Right.
It's just like you have so much space and time, and then this is like again how it's just so hard for you to do this, and it's so hard for anybody. Even if you had, like I said, if I put Zen in this spot right here and said, okay, you get 10 tries to put this on net successful, he might get one or two like nice attacks, but a 20% attack rate in like a training pack is ridiculously absurd. You wouldn't even want to take that shot then at that point, right? Have a 20% success rate. If you can't do it 60-70% of the time in free play, I would probably say stay away from it. Like resets, ceiling shots, if you're not hitting those 60% of the time in free play, there's no reason to do it in the game, right? Same kind of idea here. You're never going to succeed with some of these first touches that we're taking. And again, you're leading the charge. You have 7 fucking attacks. 7 shots on there now, excuse me. That might even be 8. No, not quite. It's a really good save by the opponent. That first touch wasn't bad by you. We're gonna go up for this. Yeah, that's a good play. You just needed a better 50. You should have grabbed that mid and pressured the ball as first man, but you missed it, so it is what it is. Okay, so our boost usage is not amazing.
Yeah, I have this problem where I just like tap it a bunch for no reason. I don't know why I do it.
Yeah. Like even there, you're boosting in the air. You have 13, let's say. If you save this till you land, you can dodge. You can speed flip and use that boost to get supersonic. But since you use it in the air when you land, you're kind of slow, right?
Right.
Rather than just being able to immediately dodge off the landing. Okay, your backward defense is fine. You get there a decent amount. This is a 2v1. You have 100. Your teammate knows what's good, right? But again, how are we... Like, that was game winning right there, if you didn't go for that. I don't know if you see this. You see this 100%, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Even there, it's just like you're now finally in the play and you've used 40 boos. And what we talked about is pad pathing. You micro miss pads. These weren't up for you anyway, but you've been micro missing pads like a 1700 player would be doing, which I don't blame you a ton, because that's kind of right around where you're at. I'll show you more of that in the next replay though, okay?
Okay.
Should be, yeah. So this is good, right? Here's the thing, you're playing against a 2400 player, right? So you're getting really early challenged, like really early challenged, yes. However, you're still barely getting control after so long. You're finally establishing like adaptability control here rather than around here, right? This is why I praise ceiling shots. They're not as flashy, I totally get it. But if we go for a ceiling shot right now, boom, if he can't challenge, but if he could, you could dodge into it. However, you would have control right around here now. Right? Because if he jumps and this ball's here, what do? You jump off ceiling and just slam it in the net, the game's over. However, everybody goes for resets. So now we're here. Again, it's just not establishing early enough control. A great challenge from him. I do think that would work probably on your average 1500 player. Great first touch there. I love that you go for the first touch, the smart first touch, but just again, we're establishing control a bit late. Good pad pathing there. That looked like a panic clear. And then, okay. So this is kind of the pattern we're noticing. This could be a half volley again, yes? Panic clear. We're not pushing the ball right now. Can we agree?
Yeah.
Then mystically, some fucking gust of wind hits your legs, and you're like, what? We're going. I'm challenging. And it's just like your PC farting because the game's like terrible at fucking optimization. So your computer's fucking overheating. So your challenge is you hesitate and then you dive. Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a big no-no. As soon as you hesitate, you no longer get to dive. And that's game, right? Yeah. And that's all can be stopped by you just not hesitating. And let's see how your teammate does here too. He even could have gone a little earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like he could go right. Yeah, he could jump half a second earlier. Yeah, I don't even just count it down. Yeah, and the same thing here. Just go at him. Boom, boom, boom. We want to go. You need to think. We'll go over all of this stuff that we need to think of. We'll go over challenges first. I have a really good one for you here, and it's basically, where is this? So we want to always think dive challenge. Every time we go for the ball, we're thinking dive, dive, dive when the opponent has the ball, okay? So it's going to be dive challenge with urgency. If you hesitate in any capacity, but usually it's because the opponent is close to the ball, it must become a drive or a fake challenge, okay? So you're thinking the entire time, dive, 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 and as soon as there's any glimpse of regret, hesitation, or whatever, you immediately bail out, okay? So it's like this. I'm going to do KBM just for whatever. But I'm thinking dive, 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 dive. Oh, no, fake challenge, right? Dive, 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 dive. Nope, don't want to. And then we fake, right? Dive, 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 dive. Nope. You know what makes what makes this really cool too is your fake challenges are very convincing because you're actually thinking dive, right? Like I have some I'm sure you've seen some of my fake challenges, how convincing they are, you know? I'll get the ball handed to me all the time, and people will ask like, oh, like why does that work like that? And it's just because I'm actually sitting there thinking, oh, I want to dive, and then now that they're close, I'm like, God, no, I'm good, right? Dive, nope, I'm good. And they're like, oh my God, they're like when they try to flick it, they're like, oh my God, this fucking guy, like he's faking me, right? And it
Right.
works. It really works because you're not only convincing the opponent, you're also kind of convincing yourself to say, oh, I want to go. Ah, that's awkward. Never mind. Right? Oh, nope, I'm good. And then you can bail out if you feel like you cheated up a little far. You can always just dodge out. Oh God, no. Boom. Right? And you could also, if you think dive. I'm not sure, but the ball's on the ground. Just drive challenge. Right? I can get back really quickly. You're like, maybe not. I'll just drive through and then bail out, right? It doesn't necessarily matter what the touch that you get on your drive challenges. If you get any touch, it's almost always worth it because you can just drive right back to your net, right?
Right.
So you want to think more of diving straight through, and then if there's hesitation, you don't go. I'm sure you've seen a lot of RLCS and high-level players play. People are like, whoa, how are they so fast? That's how. It's because they're always thinking dive first, and then they'll bail, right? So that's going to be how you want to start challenging, okay?
Okay.
Your boost usage is, like, iffy. We're going to watch another replay if you got another one, and we're going to determine if it's boost usage or pads, okay?
Okay, you want me to just pull, like, some random one?
Yeah, if you have a close one, I think it shows you the score now. You can just pull whatever you think's close.
Okay. I'll see what I can find quickly.
You're okay. I'm gonna talk a little bit about attacks.
I'm just gonna go on ball chasing.
Sure.
Just find some random ones so that I don't
Are
have
you-
like one.
Do you have your computer with you right now, right?
Yeah, I'm at my PC. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, whatever works for you.
We got. Okay. Here's one. The score is. It's not really a long game. Does it matter? Here, I'll just look for a different one.
No, you're fine.
Okay, we'll go for this one, because I didn't think that I was playing the best, honestly, yesterday when I was playing. So we'll go for this one. All right. Yeah, I was definitely not having the best day on Rocket League yesterday, so.
It's okay.
I just felt like nothing was going well for me. But I tried to play through it a little bit because I figured like when you're playing at your worst, you always want to be like continue to play. You want to raise that skill floor or whatnot.
Yeah. So let's talk about your attacks really quickly, okay? And then we'll do that.
Okay.
So I'm sure you've heard me say attack with intention, and here's the thing, is your first touches are literally 90% of your attack, okay? It's how you set yourself up for success in this game, right? With a bad first touch, that will take an incredibly mechanical player and put him at the most mid-player level, right? Your first touch is everything. Mechanics are a great way to outplay opponents, but if you don't have a good first touch, you will never outplay your opponents mechanically, unless it's an accident. So you need to stay relaxed and composed on first touches. Scan for the opponents. The way I see first touches in Rocket League is almost like the way I see shooting in soccer or shooting in basketball. That is you can't rush it, okay? 95% of pros also slow down on their first touches. Why? Because you kind of just have to, unless you're Zen or Joyo or like Beast Mode or Jirali. You're just really fast all the time and it works for you, right? We are not there, and majority of pros are also not there, right? They try to be. Gyro was a great example. There was a couple of his first touches that were just so lackluster, but that's because he was trying to do it quickly, right? At that point, when you're 2400, you kind of have to do it quickly. You don't have to do that yet. Get the basic first touches down slow, and then you can start ramping it up. Like where I'm at right now with Rocket League, that's what I'm trying to do, is ramp up my first touches and make them faster. And that's just more of like a fun thing to do rather than improvement, right? But like I was saying, for basketball and soccer, you can't rush your shot, right? As soon as you take that shot, you have to shoot it just like like you do in the gym when nobody's there. You have to take it relaxed and smooth, right? It has to be composed. It has to be confident. If you rush the shot in a game, it just means it wasn't the right thing to do. And the same thing for a first touch. If you have to really rush that first touch, it probably wasn't the right first touch anyway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's get you this replay in here. I think I just downloaded it, but I could. What's happening? Okay, there it is. All right. Profile. You said this was from yesterday. I assume it's this one.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. It's almost the kind of same idea for me here. You hesitate so much that I don't even like it's you would win. You wouldn't win that ball, but you would 50 that ball. I think you could go so much earlier. Like there is when I would go. Right. He's not even close to the ball. At this point I'm just like for me my eyes are like, okay, what angles does he have? Okay, no angle, I'm gone. Maybe I would wait half a second to see how his car flips through, but right there, I'm just like, yeah, this kid's not hitting the ball, right? He's obviously way below it, and he's kind of in front of it, too, right?
Right.
So there, you just throw yourself up. However you hesitate, we get bumped, but thank God this kid didn't know it was an open net or couldn't put it on the net. And this would follow the same idea. If you're a little bit more composed here and you don't jump, are you going to get bumped? No. Right? So you choose to play safe second, or you choose to challenge with confidence, something we just talked about. It would work. Obviously, you're not going to fix it between replays, considering you haven't played the game at all since. Playing is a wild thing to say. This is my idea of safe second, man. You're a little jumpy. Holy fuck, yeah, it's time to go. You don't know what the fuck's happening here, do you? You can't tell me the outcome of this, and I don't... I know you're expecting it to go out there, but you just kind of have to wait a second.
Yeah.
I know you're thinking, okay, he's just hitting this into the backboard. However, they're both really close to the ball still, so I'm just like, I don't love, like, creeping out really fast. I would rather have you wait back here like this and have to jump out for the 50 than race out to... try to catch the initial play because you're second, man. It's tough though because I kind of get what you're doing there. It's an awkward one for sure. This is a 2v1 there. Okay, that's what we need to work on is 2v1s, which is actually really cool to work on it in this rank, because this will help your attacks. Okay. Okay. Here's the blessing of working on these in platinum. Like when I started 2v1ing and just realizing how I could just go demo somebody or pass the ball to my teammate who's waiting for the pass, you know, it was like, honestly, it was like champ 1, champ 2. It was really early into my grind. It was like a month into my grind. I'm like, oh, 2v1s, right? Do you realize how many 2v1s I would get a game in fucking champ?
Probably quite a bit.
Yeah, we'd run the score up to like fucking 9. Like
I remember watching your KBM series, like when you were on that champ area. It seemed like you got a lot of 2v1s.
Yeah, it's because the idea of valuing yourself is completely out of the window, like we talked about earlier. So it's like, okay, one person's back. I'm just gonna go demo the dumbass that's stuck here by himself, and he's sitting there fucking dying in his voice chat trying to say, bro, I need help. And his teammate's like, can't you just make the save, bro? It's your job as second, man. So 2v1s in this rank, the blessing of it is you're fast. You're lightning quick now in terms of movement, right? For me, when I was like kind of new to the game and in champ, it was hard for me to get up the field to go do that, right? However, you're now a GC3 scraped player. I would say you're a GC2 player, right? I would call yourself a GC3 player. You've hit it. Congratulations. You get to call yourself that. The anticipation that you have is much more than I had in champ, right? Boom, what am I thinking here? 2v1. And if Gates jumps up and hits this ball, how threatening do you think his attack's going to be?
Not very threatening.
Exactly.
He's probably just going to try to get like a clear touch.
Yeah, he's going to get a touch and it might go like here at farthest, yes?
Yeah.
So that's not bad. It's a low risk, high reward play to go for. Now that we've seen this is where I'm just like, oh shit. Now I want to get over here. And boom, I can just slam this home, right? And maybe I can't hit it off the first one, but I can get it from like right here towards the end of the goal. It kind of crosses the face of the goal there. So it's not the easiest goal, but we can still kind of be there for it. And in terms of habits, let's talk about it. I love the sidewall attempt. I really do. I don't really mind it. Let's talk about habits.
Go for way too much.
I do too. We're totally fine. You have 100 boost, yes?
Yeah.
You used 30 of it to get to the mid pad, to get to the mid boost. Here's the reality of this, is it's just bad boost usage, right? If I were you there, I would dodge, maybe use 2-3 boost if I wanted to swipe that boost from him, and that's it. I wouldn't use 30, right? Does that make sense? The problem is our like boost usage is a little bit clunky. It's fine to go for there. Like I said, I don't mind it. And it's this is it right here. You use 10 boost, which is fine, and then you micro miss pads, which we talked about as well. Here's the thing. You can survive. You see how you're micro missing that line? You can survive in 1600 just fine. Like this. You will start to really become frazzled and panicked up in SSL. Because you'll have to use more boost to rotate. / 1800. You'll have to use more boost to rotate, but you're also not pad pathing, which means yes, you have to use more boost to rotate, but since you already built the habit to use boost to rotate, you'll use way more than you need to. And since you're not micro pathing on pads, and you can say, well, Beach, I have 89 boost. Great. You don't have 100, right?
Right.
So go grab that 100, right? Make sure that you have that there, okay? On those pads. This is the same example for me here. This is not a 2v1. This is you guys still on defense because your teammate's at 0 boost. Yes, he's going for a dive 50. Since you creep up here, this is your attack. Versus if you kind of wait half a second, sit here, and then see this, you can come more around this angle if you wanted to. Like this could even be a half volley potentially. It would be damn near close with that kid there, but you could still get a way better attack towards their net. Is this a great clear? Sure. It's a very awkward clear for him to catch, but we don't want to just have clears, right? And then this is the same thing. You just picked up 100, my boy. 100. How much boost do you think you're going to have when you get back to their half? To your half, excuse me.
Probably not a lot. I'd say probably 50, 40.
Okay, I'm going to say 20. Yeah, 50, 40. Good guess. You used way more than you needed to. Did you see that? Obviously.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Great. So you path over pads there, which is great. Awesome, cool, sick, whatever. I do appreciate you. I actually know yourself very well when you watch replays. I would have guessed lower because it looked like you used a lot in the air. But yeah, you used a little too much there. This is good. I don't mind boosting to get boost. When you're like that close, might as well. This is another just like... This is what I like to call is hoeing myself out in a game. I am making myself the hoe of the lobby by showing like some form of fear. If you don't hit this ball, what the hell's gonna happen right now?
It's just it's gonna bounce out to him. He's gonna have possession.
Okay. You are 100% right. Let me rephrase this. If you wait half a second to hit this ball, what's gonna happen?
He's just gonna score it.
How? Does he
He's
use?
gonna bounce that too.
Wait, look at this. Hold up. Just watch. If you don't jump right here, do you see how you jump here? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't jump here and just catch it here, and he comes in and drive challenges you, do you think he's gonna score it?
Probably not.
Okay, and I agree with you. You're right. He probably won't. Okay. Have you ever gambled before in your life?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're basically the probably not is 95% he is not scoring, and the like 5% that he just dunks your shit right into the net, right?
Right.
When you go gamble, do you take the 95% or the 5%?
95.
Yeah, you might put 5 cents on the fucking 5% for fucking funsies, you know? Like, you might just be like, ooh, this is fun, right? It's like putting fucking money on green when you're playing roulette. You're like, ooh, I'm feeling spicy tonight, you know? But you don't always, you don't bank on that. Like, if somebody said you have to put your house on something, I'd not put my house on fucking green, bro.
Right.
And that's kind of what you're doing here, is you want, the point is, your start to this attack is low risk, high reward. This touch right here that you're taking is because you're worried about the low risk, right? You've heard of the saying higher risk, higher reward. If he doesn't challenge you and you control this, that is an incredibly high reward. That is one of the best rewards you can start with on defense. Why? Because you instantly gain possession, and there's not much of a risk. If he dives you here, again, I even might say I would personally catch this, but I even might say this could potentially hit this crease and bounce upwards too, right? I wouldn't take that risk because I'm not 100% sure, but that also would mean that just basically solidifies the idea that he wouldn't be able to attack you right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will be honest. You're second man right now. This is just a little greedy from you. If you get beat here, it's just kind of awkward, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this now. You kind of are second. Why? Because your teammate's going for their back corner. However, I think this is a little risky. However, you're in there. You're in the way to call both of the players bluffs. If the player hits a cycle on your ass there, then tough stuff. You're getting scored on anyway. This player you're shutting down though, which is nice. My problem is, are you needed within the next three? Probably. Are you needed within the next second and a half on this ball?
No.
No. So take the extra quarter of a second to have good pathing. Boom, 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 boom. You can use as much boost as you want now because you've picked up 48 boost, which means you would have full tank being back, and we'd have good pathing. Now we're here with 44, 56. Yes. You see the difference there?
Yeah.
And again, you're not needed anyway, right? So why even, and why do I say you're not needed? Because if you shadow into this direction, even if your teammate doesn't dive, you're still covering net here, right?
Right.
You're not needed in an immediate play. It's what I call uptime efficiency. It's something I talked about in Overwatch a bit. It's basically like after a team fight happens. Have you played Overwatch or understand it?
I've played very little Overwatch.
Okay, so there's an objective. Sometimes the objective moves, right? Based on how the map works. It's called efficiency uptime. After your team wins the fight, it's what are you doing to benefit your team? For a lot of players, it's just repositioning into high ground, right? For Rocket League, it's getting boost and it's getting into a good spot. A lot of the times, that little second that you sacrifice, not even a second, the half a second you sacrifice to make sure you have really good boost will also put you in a great spot, okay?
Okay.
So it's just being efficient off the ball. A great example of uptime efficiency, that's a very common thing, is just rotating. It's going from their half to your half, right? Maybe going from your half to their half if your teammate's attacking. That is uptime efficiency because you're putting yourself into a good spot after you've made a play, and then you've put yourself in a good spot to re-enter the play urgently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And again, it's just not it for me, to be honest. We obviously, like, know the net's kind of, like, this is off a kickoff, right? Yes. So we kind of know that, like, yeah, sure, let's watch it. We kind of know that this isn't going to be open. Just based off of any knowledge that you've had in this game. Any 1400 player is not going to be like, wow, open net on kickoff. It's like, no, the kickoff's, like, kind of transpired over the next 3 seconds-ish. So we know it's not going to be wide open, right? Maybe you could slot this if you want, but you would have to dodge into this for me to want this to be a shot. And you would really have to sell that shot on the front, the near post. This just kind of makes me say, what are we doing with our first touches, okay? And then another great example of uptime efficiency is you have 54 boost. You grab 1 pad, miss 1, 2 pads, right? And this touch is mediocre at best because you rushed it. Again, you're also second man here, so there's no real reason to just hoe yourself out at this ball again. You're going to go for mid. It's not up, actually. I thought it was a spectator bug. Here's the problem that I have, though. Is your touch right here, yes, does one thing I absolutely hate, and it gives the opponents an opportunity to attack while you're not back, okay? I don't like that, ever. I only really love it. I love it as an acceptable option is if you go for a threatening attack. If you make a threatening attack and they get a real good save, and they're able to attack before you get back, work on your recoveries, but that's acceptable. When we take touches like that, it just means it wasn't the right challenge. And I do see a little bit of, this could be a beautiful, just fake challenge. Boom, we go here, and then bail. You can say, well, what if that kid power shoots? Great, you've bailed. You're already sitting in net. Who cares? If he power shoots you, it's his misplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then you have both corners up, and you can take it to either corner. I like that. I love that. Good speed. You guys aren't going to get a goal out of it, but I really like that, honestly. So this is where we talk about higher level players having efficiency mixed with speed. You have 48 boost-ish. You use your boost to try to get the double, whatever. Now, you miss 2 pads, right? This one,
yes.
he just grabbed this one, by the way. This was up. You miss 2 pads, which is the difference of then hitting supersonic speed immediately here, which you have to stop to realign. But you'd be able to keep supersonic speed without feeling like you're on a really low amount of boost. Because if you have 2 pads, you just grabbed 4. That puts you at 6 pads, which is 72 boost. That's awesome to be back in net with. And let's say you have to use 10. Right. I would like 60 boost in net. 50, below 50 is where we start to get a little uncomfortable, obviously, just below half. And again, the attacks just... The attacks are a lot to be desired, right? We have 60 boost, and we kind of just toss it, and that's it. That's our attack. Why not go for a double here? This is a great play because nobody's backboard. Hit it a little softer and go for that double. Slam that thing home, right? It's a great angle for you. I'll be honest with you, I accept the slow rotations here because you're just trying to see if you're needed, so it's fine. That one I can live with. This is good. This is not good. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was not threatening enough. I had so much space and time.
Yeah, so that's okay. So here's the cool idea now, is you're kind of... Maybe even in game, you're kind of recognizing this, but I want to show you how much of a threat you are around the field, but what takes that away is your attacks. And the harsh reality of this game that I've talked to some players about is what wins you this game. How do you win Rocket League games?
By scoring goals.
And if you don't have threatening attacks to score goals, how are you going to win?
You can't.
Yeah, it's really hard. Even if you play the rest of the game really well, right? It's like winning an Overwatch game without doing damage. It's just like, do you win it? Sometimes because your teammates are doing more damage than theirs, you know. Even and I have that mindset as a support. Like if I didn't out damage the other supports, I'd say, wow, we should lose. You know. So this is a great challenge. I love this. Boom, pow, awesome. Composure needs to set in right here. You got 63 boost. You got some space. You got everything that you would. You got the isolation. You got everything that you could possibly want, right? And then you take that touch. So we want a little bit more composure when we go for the ball. Maybe scan for your opponents a little extra, right? I think it's a little risky, but you do here. I would probably clear it to the other wall right now, like to the other corner where you're facing with the dodge. I get what you're going for, and he's not obviously going to be able to put this in, so I don't really mind it. You do a really good job of, like, how do I say this? You do a really good job of just making that an unscorable play for the opponents, to be honest. The only reason we talk about this is, again, setting yourself up for success. If you get a really good first touch with a really good dodge here over to that corner, this guy won't contest you because as soon as he turns, he's out of boost, right? Or he chases you down and you just avoid the demo. And if he chases you, he's not going to have an angle for the ball anyway. However, again, you did a great job covering options, so we can't be too mad about that. This is a 2v1 you could have demoed. So this is the same idea of anticipation, is congratulations, you made an absolutely great defensive play. 1 overcommit, 2 overcommits, boom, balls up, we go demo. Right away. Just go right away. He's dead now. Even if this guy misses the open net, that means if you went fast enough, you could maybe rotate around and clean it up, right? Great shot by him, right? But that's the idea of, hey, teammate, my 9 MMR is in your hands. Don't fuck this up, please.
Right, yeah. Now that we're pointing it out in the replay more, I can see, like, I need to be more, I need to focus more on, like, recognizing those 2v1s and stuff. Apparently, now that I'm seeing it a lot, I really have I struggle a lot with that.
Yeah, it's okay. The thing, again, I love this session because you don't really struggle with a ton here, other than your offense is very lackluster. The cool part about offense is in this game, in most things, is defense is IQ, defense is thinking capabilities, offense is more of like mechanical slash, usually more of the mechanical slash flashy stuff, but you can still kind of get the basics down and like make those really work, like a 45 flick, a ceiling shot, a basic air dribble, and like a double pop bump will get you very far. But that's the good thing. It's how you want to take it on offense. If you want to go for basic stuff, you will climb very fast. If you start really kind of hunkering down on offense, taking your 2v1s, making sure that you capitalize off of those, and then on top of that, making sure your attacks are threatening. Your defense isn't bad. Your challenges are the only thing that I would say that is a little questionable when you're playing defense. Is it's just like, okay, we hesitate and then we dive, which makes it awkward, right? But your drive challenges and fake challenges, I wouldn't complain about necessarily if I had you on my team. Which says a lot, considering how much I complain when I have people on my team.
You'd find a reason to complain, trust.
Yeah, I know myself well enough. I would definitely be complaining about something random.
It's alright, though. I'd be doing the same shit, too, so.
Yeah. It's not bad. Good pressure. I probably just would stop boosting through this play, to be honest. Just go for the boost and then try to like worry about your recovery rather than the touch you make on the ball. It's good pressure, but I think you could re-pressure better to not be in this spot specifically. If you just, okay. Alright. Did you not just grab 100? No, you did not.
No.
That's right. That's right, you picked up pads actually decently. Not bad. Decent first man pressure. Bumps. If this is a good shot, you're getting scored on, by the way. Can you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're defending this boost like it's the goal. This kid's point of view is staring straight. Yeah, this is such a bad shot. It's not even. He knows that you're not there. If this player double jump shots, have you seen the double jump shot that I do that just launches the ball for zero fucking reason?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times in our threes matches recently. I was like, damn, how did I get so much power there?
Yeah, you double jump and just lean back slightly and it just launches it like 80 miles an hour. It makes me laugh so hard because I'm like, it doesn't even look like it should do that. It doesn't even look like Rocket. Like, Rocket League physics is funny in that way, but I'm like, it doesn't even look like Rocket League physics at that point. It just looks dumb as hell. You just double jump. If he double jump shots this, you're fucked. But nobody does it. I saw, like, who was it? I saw fucking Beast Mode do it, and I was just like, what the fuck was that? And so I tried it, and I was like, it's not even hard, but it, like, launches the ball faster than a dodge half the time.
Right.
I don't understand it. I think it's because you're going up really fast. But since you're already going supersonic speed, you go up just as fast, so it just launches it forward like a redirect almost. But yes, you're not. My point is, you're not covering the net there. But that's okay. Again, you're not really struggling much with second man. More of the touches, but even then, I hate the fucking boost back area bug. Oh my god, it pisses me off so much. I didn't think you got that boost. Where are we in the replay?
We were right there. We were right there.
Oh my god, how did we get there? How did we get where we were?
The shot. I don't know.
I hate this. My point is, though, is you have 100 here, and I didn't think you had any. I have no idea how we got 20 seconds ahead. So we're shadowing again. Not bad. This you want to stay shadowing. You just want to stay there. Why? Because you don't have possession. You're not valuing yourself by facing this ball at all. Because you're second man. You should be facing backwards still. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been a massive mistake for you to capitalize off of, which makes this very awkward. That should have never happened for you guys, obviously. It's the same shit here for me. What's the smartest play here?
Probably just continue controlling it.
I'll be honest with you, based off we can see Gates on our screen right now. He just kind of waved into our screen. I'm going to try to just roll this at the wall and pinch it. It doesn't have to go in. It just has to get out of the here. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can race down the field and go pressure them over there. We are up 2 with a minute left. This honestly is in terrible control, but now you're in this spot, which I would never want to put my worst enemy in. Great save, however, I'm sure they didn't have a great offensive attack in terms of efficiency. And the problem now isn't necessarily, I don't think you guys are going to get scored on here for probably a good 10 seconds, if at all. But you guys shouldn't even be playing defense with both zero boost if you just cleared the ball. That's the one time you could just clear it. The problem is it's your first touches. If you take a soft, you didn't scan for opponents, which means you don't take a soft controlled first touch because you're unaware of the space that you have. So we don't like think of the best play possible, right? Again, amazing beat on their first man, but it doesn't do anything for us, you know.
Right.
Teammate does a great job rotating in there. Like I said, I don't think you guys get scored on the near 10 seconds. But we're just like, we're having to play defense for zero reason. So this is where we can start getting scored on. Yeah. Okay. That should have been a goal.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then they forfeit.
Yeah, I would also do the same if I just missed that. Alright, let's see this, buddy, from your point of view, because apparently that was impossible. Really?
Yeah, it's not good.
Really?
Do that amazingly.
I what? I do it amazingly.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna give you 2 boost things. I love this. Yeah, I love giving 2 boost things just because it's people don't value this enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like boost management. So what is boost best used for, do you know?
For gaining speed.
Okay, I hate you. Boost is best used for offense, okay? Do you know why that is?
To apply pressure.
No, that's okay. It's best used for adaptability. And yes, in a way to apply pressure. But if I have, let's say I have 10 boosts right now, okay? What can I do? Probably this. Okay. Probably this, right? If I have 20 boost, what can I do? Probably that. And then jump for a bump. If I have 45, let's say 40 boost, I can go for something like this calculated. If I have 60 boost, I can go for a double jump. Pop, bump. If I have 100 boost, what can I do? I can go all the way up as high as I want and fuck up the first touch. But I can do whatever I want once I have 100, right? I can go for this. Maybe I can go for a reset. Maybe I can cut. Whatever I want to do since I have 100 now. So what boost is best used for is offensive capabilities. If I go off the wall and I only have 20 boost, what can I do? Boom, that's it, right? If I have...
Not even that.
Yeah, exactly, debatably. If I have like 40, 50 boost, I could probably do something like this, right? That's probably right around 40. If I have 100, though, I could go off the ceiling. I could go for an air dribble after I go off the ceiling. I can get a nice little touch here. We can go for a musty and fuck it up. But you get the point, right? I can gain speed without using boost. So we're going to want to always try to do that to the best of our capabilities. Yes, boost is great for gaining speed. However, I can do it without boost, right?
Yeah.
I haven't used boost at all. We're flying around supersonic speed for the most part. Maybe in a game we might mess up a recovery, so I'm like close to it, so I could use 3 boost to 5 boost to gain supersonic speed after a turn. That's acceptable. We don't want to use boost to gain speed. Also, defense. How much boost does it take to hit the crossbar? Do you know?
It's 24, right?
Yeah, I say 24. I think like there's like a channel called Rocket Science. They said like 22. But yeah, I go 2 pads. So what that means for me is if I'm recovering and I'm going back and I'm like, oh no, I gotta get back, I make sure I have 24 boost. I can make like any save I want, right? Oh no, it's fired at me. I have 24 boost. I can make a save. So we want to save boost while recovering, rotating, and playing defense for offense. We want to save all of our boost to use it on offense, okay? That is boost's best use, okay? There's going to be certain scenarios, obviously, where it's like you're going to hold boost longer than you should. A great example is like, you know those hover challenges that you take in twos where you kind of just hover in the air in the same spot for like 2 seconds? Like, that's acceptable. However, it's not done a lot because it's just not the best use of boosts, right? So that's fine. Do you know what to do in 2v1s?
If you're first, I mean...
Well, if you're on the ball, yeah, you use the ball. Yeah. If you're off the ball, though, do you know what to do?
You can go for a bump or open yourself up to your teammate. So, like, look for a pass.
Yeah, you can go bump the... You said... Say that one more time? I'm sorry.
Be an option for your teammate. Just be there. Be an option.
So how I see it is you go for a demo, and if you can't get to the demo before your teammate attacks that last man, then you wait as an option. Because the best thing that we can take is, instead of making it a 2v1, you throw yourself out of the play to take their last man out of the play. Now it's a 1v0. What is that? An open net. A 2v1's great. So we're going to give you this. If your teammate has 1 to beat on offense, demo last man, or if you can't get there in time for the demo, position aggressively near the middle waiting for a 50 or a pass, you are struggling with looking for that 2v1, okay?
Right.
I had a coaching session with a diamond player who I said, hey, you got to start looking for 2v1s. And I said, you got to look for an opponent out of position. And he went and started demoing that person that was out of position. Please don't go do that. It was fucking hilarious to watch. Because he would go backwards and go demo the person that would, like, land in his net. And he was like, I was just like, okay. Right. And then he was, like, halfway through the grind. Because he sent me a replay from, like, the start of the week. It was just like, I keep 2v1ing, but we're not getting goals out of it like I see you do. And I'm like, okay, that's... Somehow I didn't explain this right.
Right.
So yeah, look for 2v1s. And then your other thing for boost is 12 pads are so important as you start getting higher and higher rank. So for you, we're going to give you rotate with urgency. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to give you keep momentum up while grabbing 12 pads. Always be pathing. Excuse me. I'm going to give you like a little teaser of what we do in the 25-day coaching program. There's a day that we focus on pads, okay?
Okay.
And the thing that we focus on is no matter where you go on this Rocket League field, you can always grab pads. Here, let's say we're blue and we're attacking the net this way, right? Just use the arrow. That was a piss arrow, like this. Say we're going this way and I'm second man. If I want to rotate out, I can start rotating here, right? 1, 2 pads. What if the ball starts going this way? I can now cut across the field here to grab 2 more. And then if I want to cheat up, I can grab here and to here. Or I can grab here and take this path. There are endless possibilities. Let's say we're here and your teammate's over here and you have to get over to here. You can now path through pads. There is no reason almost in this game to not always be pathing on pads. You can almost always path through pads wherever you go. We're going to have like a chart more so in depth in the 25-day coaching program. But no matter where you're rotating, even to here, like let's say we 15, the ball goes over here somewhere. You can path through here, right? You can path aggressively if you want to go aggressive, or you can take more of a passive more of a passive approach if you want to, right? Like, if you don't even want to take the zigzags and you need to be more efficient, there's your path, right? That's 4 boosts. That is 50 boosts in the tank. You should always be pathing on pads. And now that you're in the rank that it's starting to matter, that's why I did that the pad pathing thing for you.
And even if you're at like, let's even say you have a full tank, like if you have to use any sort of boost, like you have to be on pads all the time.
Yeah,
Like
just
that's
keep you
very
topped
important.
off, yes.
Yeah,
So you can
you
make any
really
play, yeah.
you really emphasize that for me because I never really think pads if I'm on like 60 boost. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
70, 80 boost. Like obviously I might drive over 1 or 2, but I'm not really thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. And so we want to ingrain that to be a good habit because, again, we talked about what's possible with 60 boost versus what's possible with 100 boost, right?
Right.
Here's the reality of it. That's everything you need to work on. I'm going to give you one more thing, though. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to talk about second man and what I want to see from you as you climb as a second man. Ideally, this becomes an issue more around mid GC 2 to 3. However, it might be an issue earlier on if you're playing mechanical players. This is where you start to rush. This is almost situational for you. Save second man, you need to be back to cover your teammate's weakness. Slow down a second man unless your teammate is attacking, right? If... how do I say this? Let's make this really easy. That is a boom. As second man, always clear 2 corners, okay? There's no if, and, or but unless you know you're getting it right to your teammate. Which is fine, right? If we pass it to our teammate, great. If you're second man and you have to make a save, always clear your corners. You do not do this. And that is something we talked about, okay? Here's the thing of why I give this to you. This is the most... You're very average for your rank at this. However, if you go and do these things successfully... and put yourself up into 1,600, 1,700 lobbies now, which is like obviously 1,800 towards the end of the season / mid-season. You know how those seasons are still resetting. The ranks are resetting. If you go put yourself in slightly higher ranks against good players, this will become incredibly prevalent. Like we saw with Gyro kind of dust you out a few times. You're like shoot off of your touches, you know? That's where this becomes a big issue, and I got really punished for that a few times against really good players where I wasn't taking super safe touches, where lower rank players just won't rip that shot. GC2 considered lower rank, right, which is usually very high to most players, but GC2 players won't rip awkward corner like shots in like kind of the midfield. However, pros will rip those scarily fast on your net, right? And then this is, you just need to be back. You kind of get a little antsy / jumpy. You're the anchor for your team. And at that point, if you're getting kind of jumpy as the anchor, it's never going to It's not going to go terrible, but it can definitely go terrible, and your job as second man is to make sure it does not go terrible, right?
Right.
Okay. Do you have any questions on any of this stuff?
Yeah, I think I just need to like go. It's like, so you send this document to me, right? So I can always see it.
Yeah, I don't think I sent the link to you. I meant to. Yeah.
Okay. So I think I just need to start implement. I need to like go over it like a lot, like before every session. I want to say I should go over it at least once or twice. Um,
Yeah, what I would do if I were you is I would go over the document once, and then just pick something that you want to work on that day.
mm-hmm.
And then you'll probably notice for at least the first 2 weeks or a week, you will struggle specifically with one of these 6 things. At the end of your grind, you should just tell yourself that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. Like for me, when I was pushing SSL, it was this a lot of the times and this. So I'd just be like, wow, my challenge is really ass today. Next day, like tomorrow, I got to work on my challenges, or tomorrow, I got to make sure I don't let as many goals in, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I gave you my warm up. I think you know what my warm up is. I didn't mean to give you that. That's for the program. I gave you my warm up though. This is pretty much all you need. If you don't want to use it, that's totally fine. When you're in the 25-day program, when we put you in there, you will be doing this. As for now, if you have something else, that's totally fine. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I just go into free play and just hit the ball around. So.
Yeah, exactly. So if that's what's keeping you comfortable right now, like I said, this is a giveaway, coach or a free coaching session. So you kind of do what you want to, but like I said, when we get to the 25-day program, I'm gonna give you a specific warm up and things to do in queue. Okay.
All right.
I think that's everything. Do you have any questions or anything for me?
No, I do not.
Okay, cool. So what I ideally want to see from you is probably 2-3 weeks out. We start the 25-day coaching program, unless you had a different thing in mind. I want you to
Okay.
kind of get into 1650, into 1700, kind of close to your peak, so we
All
can
right.
push you through your peak. And I do definitely think you have what the information to get to that peak very easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been around that area like plenty of times. I could definitely get back there. I
Yeah,
just gotta play.
yeah, and you don't look uncomfortable either in the ranks. You look very comfortable and very structured and composed. The only thing that you do lack composure on is, again, what we talked about on offense. So I think it's a lot of good things to look forward into. Definitely in the near future as well. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, awesome. I think we're good there. Yeah, I think that's everything. And then, yeah, we'll stay in touch, obviously, about you getting into that 25-day program and kind of see what we can go off of. Like I said, I'd love for you to climb 100 MMR before you even get in there, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. Do you have anything else from you you'd like to share or anything in any capacity?
So it was really funny because I was stuck like mid or like low 1600 for a long time. So when I had first hit GC2, like obviously I hit it, you lose it. When I got back to GC2, more specifically when I hit 1600, I went
Oh,
all the way to 1670. So I was stuck at 1670 peak for a long time because I couldn't get back to it because I like jumped very high on that. I I don't like I must have been playing really good that session or something. That's what I mean about like inconsistency. Like I peak very high, but I also go very low, like on my bad days.
it's the way Rocket League works with rank, to be honest with you, man. I peaked 1800 and I didn't get back to it for like almost 3-4 months. So with the
Yeah,
Rocket
that's
League
kind of how it
system,
was for me.
yeah, with the way the Rocket League system works compared to other ranked games is other ranked games have ranked barriers. So you could technically climb with a negative win rate, like a 48% win rate. Like in Overwatch, if let's say I hit gold, right? If the first like 2 games I lose, I don't actually lose any MMR. I'm just at gold, 0 MMR. In Rocket League, you lose MMR. And Rocket League games are very short, so MMR can just fluctuate a whole lot more. And they don't have any ranked parameters that stop people from tanking more. They don't have win streak or loss streak MMR gainage losses, you know? So it's very
Yeah.
standard. And since you play a lot of games, you'll hit peaks and then you'll kind of just like have a hard time getting back to them. But again, that's because there's no ranked barriers. It's just It's just the raw +9 -9 system. Obviously, if the other team averages more, I mean more than your team, then there's more for you guys to take. But yeah, it can be really tough to get back to your peak. And I don't necessarily think that's a consistent gameplay issue. It kind of is, but it's more so just like the way this rank system is built. It's very brutal. It's again, it's the +9 -9. There's nothing else to it. So
Yeah.
if you're losing games, you're losing games, and there's nothing else that you can do about it. I love this kind of rank system, to be honest. Just again, if you maybe you had a bad game but you still win, you get 9 MMR, right? It's just it's like a pick me up system where it's like, okay, next game I gotta lock in, make sure that I actually carry the team, you know. Or this game I lost, whatever, I played really well. It's only 9 MMR anyway. What's the big deal, right?
Right.
But yeah, so I definitely think you can get back to 1650 easily, 1650 even 1700 within the next 2-3 weeks, and then we'll start the 25-day program for you. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Do you have any issues with me using this as content?
No, I do not care.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Well, I see you all the time, so please just keep me posted on your progress. And if you have any questions, just let me know, okay?
Okay, so the final thing I do want to talk about is, do you have any good like workshop maps I can use? Because I said this to you on stream the other day. I don't think you saw it though. When I do workshop maps, I only really use one, and the one that I use is that aim training map. It's like
yeah.
the wall with the green boxes. That's
Yeah.
the only one I use. Do you have any other ones that you think I should use?
I don't know. I don't know if you've been. I know you've been in my stream recently. I just actually started using like workshop maps for fun and
Okay.
like improvement. Like we did, I think Everstacks Olympics on stream. We did
Yeah, I love that.
that random basketball one. If I go into like my like maps right now, we had shuttle one day when the RL servers were down or something. Have me get these two, which I didn't even use, and I accidentally got this one, I believe. And then dribble to overhaul. This one I firmly believe this will do nothing but help you improve. I think you could use dribble to overhaul and always improve with it. I think a lot of, I also believe that with the aim trainer. Some of them I could kind of see just being a waste of time for specific players, you know? Or it could be a very big time sink for not much of an outcome. A lot of those ring maps I kind of feel that way about. Because I didn't use ring maps to get air roll consistency down.
I hate ring maps.
Yeah, I would say dribble to overhaul as well as the one that you're using, the aim labs. It's like the aim training one. I don't think you could. I think for what the workshop maps are, there's no reason that it just doesn't help you consistently improve. Other than that, I would probably just stick to free play, to be honest.
Okay.
And,
All right.
You know my air dribble drill, right? That I love doing.
I do not.
So every time you make a touch, you just go for an air dribble. And you get as many touches in the air as you can. It doesn't even matter if it's on net. Like, once we drop it, though, the next touch that we take, it has to go right into an air dribble as well. Same thing. You can go for resets if you want. Oh, no, I messed it up. But I want to go right back up into the air, get a couple of air dribble touches. I want to keep it up as long. And then, let's say if it's rolling, we'll just hit it against the wall. Go right back up here. Air dribble, air dribble, air dribble. Let's say we want to pinch it into the sidewall. Can I air dribble off the sidewall? Probably not, but I'll go right back up for an air dribble. Mistouch, it happens. Go back up. Can I get a sidewall into another air dribble? This is the air dribble drill. This has helped me so much with first touches, as well as so much with aerial control, as you could probably imagine why, right?
Yeah.
This is the best drill to do, in my opinion, for like aerial control / first touches. I don't think one could compare. And then you'll get to the point where I'm sure you've seen on my stream, I will air dribble over like people in defense where they'll shoot it at me, and I'll just take like one touch and then stay back on it and get over the second player, just because I like have done this drill endlessly, right?
Right. Yeah. What I do when I first hop on is I will literally. So it's not just like what you do. Like you just pop it right up, go back into air dribble. Say you mess up, you go back down, first touch, air dribble.
Yeah.
What I do is I'll just bang the ball around, try to put it in awkward spots for myself, and then try to take it into the air.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the idea of this as well, except you're more so focusing on really getting like a slow first touch into a good pop rather than banging the ball and worrying about where the bang is into an awkward spot. Just because you're, like, as you can see, I'm slowing down for every single first touch, right? And that's kind of what a lot of players lack. Like, why did I not get a good first touch there? I just simply didn't slow down enough. Really make sure that you get a good first touch, and that's what this drill is, like, all about. You can go for, like I said, you can go for resets. This is something I would do at free play all the time when I was pushing to SSL, and it helped me a ton.
Alright, for sure. I'll definitely have to start doing that.
Yeah. And again, like this, you could even look at this first touch, and it's kind of an awkward one, right? Like, it's not a half volley, it's a full volley, and I'm coming at a weird angle, but since I've done this drill so much, it doesn't feel that bad, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's a drill I would do 100%. I just do that. I did that all the time in queues. I still do it in queues all the time. It's great for first touches and aerial control, so I couldn't vouch for that drill more.
Alright.
Awesome, perfect. Well, cool. I will talk to you soon then, and we will go from there. I'll talk to you in like a week or two in Discord, and we'll set up a day and see how you're doing, okay?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you a ton. Obviously, I know you're in streams a lot, so I appreciate you a lot. So thank you for actually reaching out and doing this coaching session with me. I really do enjoy doing coaching sessions with people that are in stream constantly because you guys get to see obviously more of the grind rather than the work that's put in behind scenes. So it's kind of fun to like get to coach people that are like always in stream but never do the coaching session. So I'm really happy you got to do this. So I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, of course. I enjoy watching the streams. Even sometimes when you crash out, it's kind of funny. Like I'll chuckle a little bit.
Yeah, I have watched all my crash shots make me laugh too. Like after watching it, like in clips and shit, I'm just like, God, I'm such an idiot, bro. The shit that I say is so fucking wild.
Cause for in Rocky League, you're better than me. But then when I watch you play Siege and I see you do something, I'm like, damn, dude, that was really stupid. Why'd you do that? And you'll crash out over it. I think it's so funny.
Yes,
I laugh so hard at stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's funny too, cause like I'll like know it's stupid after I did it. It's just like stopping myself from being dumb initially.
I think some of the things that you go for, are stupid too, but it's just because you're mad you do it anyway.
Yeah, I do. I tilt challenge shit. I do that in Rocket League too. I'm tilted. I'm doing it anyway. I don't give a fuck. And then I get tilted because I fuck up because it doesn't work. Yeah, no. But no, I appreciate you. So well, yeah, we'll talk in like a week or two and set you up for the 25-day. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right, perfect. Do you have anything else for me before I take off?
Nope.
Awesome. I will talk to you soon then, and good luck in your grind. Okay.
Thank you so much. You too.
Of course. Bye. I am so excited to see how he does. He's always in my streams. He always seems very level-headed, and he makes me take accountability a lot in Siege, which I appreciate because I don't necessarily know what's 100% my fault. He's helped me a lot with that, so I'm glad I get to help him in Rocket League. And like I said, the people that watch my content, I do 2 coaching sessions a day, so you don't really get to see a whole lot of it because I don't post it a ton. I don't really even have time to render these coaching sessions, so very, very glad we got to do this. We'll make it a video. There's a lot of good information on this for higher ranked players, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Much love. Peace.